want to congratulate you all because you get it. Believe me, most of the world does not understand what we do. Is there anybody here who's still left who says, I don't get it, I can't use this in my business? I mean, I don't want to embarrass anybody, but does this all make 100% perfect sense right now? Can we say yes? Yes or yes?
Spoke for an hour and a half or 2 hours. A week or so later, I saw her, and what did Diane say? Derek, you were right. Bill is really a whole lot better than you. I mean, I don't know why I didn't listen to her earlier and everything. He came and he spoke and everything. And that's what I get for being anyway. She's done very well with the business, and Megan's referred to her, which is nice, the type of marketing that we do. Here's a little story. Sandra Walker, the gal with the tickets in the middle. The biggest secrets, takeaways, ahas you can get is that it's about the psychology of what will motivate people and math, about 8th grade level math, so you can determine what is profitable. You can become phenomenally rich sending out a $50 box that costs you $50 to get a prospect, or you can go broke with an email or a 25-cent postcard. It's all in the psychology of referrals to be able to upsell and create the frequency. Fundamental part of business. There's plenty of very successful business people who have done well in grades, who do not seem to get that on a regular basis. Right? And you math. So, you want to be able to give people reasons. Now, when you talk about referral marketing, people love it. That's why there's all the referral organizations. We're not really one of those. But I mean, if you look from a distance, it might look like a kind of a B&I group on steroids or something. But we're first and foremost about learning how to market, about practicing, about showing off our marketing skills, because by the way, the rest of the world doesn't get this. You go home to your significant other or your business partners or something, you go, yeah, this dude stood up there and everything, he wasn't that funny, but they had these cool ideas and everything, and they nailed it.
But I always knew I could give them time. And there's probably, even before there's a problem, listening to them on the bedside chat, listening to them. Gosh, if we have problems, yeah, absolutely. I think how many problems can we avoid just giving time?
You send an Rick. I don't know exactly your math number, but you're going to be scoring appointments for less than $100 a piece. Okay, does anybody doubt here that if he sends out 15 of those letters at $100, that he's going to get at least one appointment? I mean, that's kind of like butt-dumb math.
With this knowledge, I can produce more of you. I don't love you and everything, but I know how to do it in qualified customer. I know how to do that. Okay? So that information is very, very important. To make this very concise and to have everything, there's Earl Nightingale's
Sells automobile bump stops. In their market, at one time, they had a universe of 50,000 prospects around the country. It's now down to about 35,000. So about a 30% drop. You good with the math? 50,000 to 35,000? Okay. I mean, I just went first grade and I got that, okay? Psychology and math. So he came to the group, successful company, about 12 employees. They had continued to grow, but they slowed. They thought, let's try something different and see what we can do. We got them started before they had a model of making cold calls. For every 50 calls they made, they got one presentation, 2%. With a change in what they were doing, for every 50 calls, they got 16 presentations. Is that a big jump? Percentage-wise, that's huge. Their sales cycle used to take about 27 days to make a sale. It was reduced down to about 9 days. Okay. Is that good?
One of the expressions we have is, we'll talk to each other, and by the way, there's insider language. And some of it is like, somebody talks about how brilliant they are at marketing. You say, have you ever read Think and Grow Rich? Not embarrassing, but Napoleon Hill. And they're bragging to you about how brilliant they are. No, I never read it. You ever heard of Dan Kennedy? Oh, never. You go, this person just fell off the turnip truck. They haven't got it. So one of the questions we'll ask is, Stacy, I could have asked you this question last night, because when did you land on Dan Plan? And Stacy would have known, she's a diamond level member, she would have known exactly what I meant. And she would have given the time, the date, and place of when the light bulb went off. And it was either a speech or reading a newsletter, and she made it out.
Let me know, because I'd yet to see that work as a model. But to actually be able to advertise, market through direct response to get business. It's also here that if you've got something that's working, you want to be able to share it with other people, because that's part of the value of learning. It also will help you learn better.
So we've got some fantastic things that are going right now. You're going to see a competition.
Fastest route is about 300% increase in speed, and the work reduction is lots easier, lots easier. Here's what else happened. Before they had a monthly reoccurring revenue program, they would do $14,000 a month. They were able to bring that up to 231%. Now I'm getting annualized numbers, but Scott, did it take about 6 weeks to see these numbers jump?
Yeah, about 6 weeks.
About 6 weeks. So these are aggregate results, but the results were really, really quick. It took about 6 weeks to massage his mind around, but then to actually start.